It's all an illusion. Our entire lives have been set up as an illusion. Just look at the prices. You can't afford life right now, right? Even the FBI starts at $70,000 and they are saying that the price of life is too high. And if it's too high for the FBI, I mean, like, what are we supposed to do? Even this war is an illusion. That's why the IDF keep getting more and more vile every single day. But they never even proved the lies that started the war, right? They never found 40 babies, all those things. They never proved anything. And then they continued the war based on these lies.
Everyone knows that what happened on October 7th was an Israeli setup. Everyone knows
what? Look at him smile.
It was an Israeli setup.
Right? So if y'all know who Albert Pike is, then you know what the purpose of this war is. And it's working exactly as planned by Zionists in the 1800s. If you want me to do a video on his prophecies, I can. Just let me know in the comments. But this entire war is an illusion. Your spirituality, that's an illusion. I mean, spirituality in 2024 is an illusion. A lot of people think that they're connected to the light when it's actually just an illusion of light. Lucifer was the light bearer sent to deceive people and mistaking him for the light. In fact, religions have been meticulously shaped to look like real worship, to look like enlightenment, but it comes loaded with broken doctrine, and the broken doctrine separates us from each other. Like, oh no, you guys believe this or we believe that. Like, that's not what your spirituality is supposed to do. Holidays that have no substance and spirituality, thus the illusion. There's a prophecy about exactly this in Timothy, saying the Spirit clearly says that in later times, some will abandon the faith and follow deceiving spirits and things taught by demons. And if you didn't know, we're definitely in those times. Even the lives we've shaped are illusions, right? We go to work knowing that we have to. Many people living paycheck to paycheck, 2 to 3 jobs. So our entire days are being hijacked. Our time is being stolen. And it's actually modern slavery because the illusion is that we're free, right? And in certain aspects we are, right? I can choose to quit this job and maybe struggle a little bit if I want to, except now don't do that, okay? It's getting crazy out here. But it's the same difference between a prisoner that chooses to work out with his day and one that chooses to read. You know what I mean? It's an illusion that the corporate heads that are on top of the food chain are siphoning our time, energy, and wallets. So after taxing everything out of us, we give it right back to them. All the companies that you think you're choosing from in Walmart are all owned by the same companies. Like, it's just to give us the illusion of choice. But the biggest illusion is how they're actively us off. I mean, the vaccine was obvious, right? Too soon. Got your shot. It's okay, you survived. But that was an overt act, like playing right in our faces. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how civilization as we know it was created to trap cultural people into the out of the way areas and then pour drugs into those little areas. Then they flooded that area with demonizing music that had addictive frequencies to keep us hypnotized and sexually charged and emotionally heightened. They're bringing sex into the schools whether we like it or not. Planned Parenthood's everywhere, but only in the hood. Now we've got broken homes, sexually active children. Think about music. You know any white booty shaking artists besides Miley Cyrus? That one time? No. But think Latina, Black artists. Being raunchy is like a rite of passage for them. Notice Ariana ain't had to do any of that? Okay, I'm gonna leave that right there and go a little bit deeper. The act of killing is everywhere and we just don't see it. We all know that Mickey D's is poison, right? Nobody is unaware that it's poison. But where are all the dialysis centers, renal disease centers? Right next to some fast food. The bigger picture is so much more sinister. They look in terms of percentages, numbers. The more, the better. It's not necessarily like take them out this way or that way. Except Lahaina. That was messed up, okay? But for them, there is no pecking order of our destruction. Throw the whole book at them and see what sticks. Their harvest is our time, our energy, and literally us. Because here's the thing. The community that they're building for their people needs working Starbucks. They need salons open. They need people running the functional society to suit their luxury. And that's why the enslavement. And with you thinking you have the right to the pursuit of happiness, you'll gladly fall in line. And they can do what they're doing right now, which is raising the prices beyond the means of the average person so that the average person will deplete any provisions they've set aside. Because Joseph, okay, yes, I'm going to get biblical on you, but only because it relates to right now. Okay, Joseph, the little kid, you know, with the coat and the big mouth, his brothers sold him and they got beat, you know, that one, true nail biter, right? This guy, did you know that he's the reason that the Hebrew people were enslaved? Now, let me tell you, because It's going to sound so familiar to what's happening right now. So after he gets arrested, because that one hoe lied on him. No, I'm not trying to be funny. She was really trying to sleep with him, and then he said no, so she lied and got him arrested. But so he gets out of jail because of his little dream telling, right? And in the dream, he foresaw the future. And the future was 7 years of plenty and 7 years of famine. You remember that story? The interpretation was during the 7 years of plenty, he had to gather all the stuff. Joseph did exactly what he was supposed to do, saving up a portion of it for the 7 years of famine. Next 7 years comes and there's no growing anything. No crops are popping up, nothing. First year of famine comes. People are okay, they're hanging in there. Second year, they start trading stuff for food. Okay. Third, fourth year, these guys end up selling themselves to Joseph so that he can get food because nothing was growing because of the famine. And thus, for 400 years, they were enslaved to Pharaoh until Moses came to set his people free, right? Which that 400 years should also sound familiar to black people because that was the foreshadow. You know, the Bible likes to do that. Like, that's how they became slaves. And it's really giving, like, give them bread and circuses and they'll never revolt. It's really giving Roman imperialistic values. And so the illusion isn't just that they're enslaving us and siphoning every little thing out of us, from energy to money to sanity, everything. The illusion is that our entire life as we know it was all a setup. Good morning. It's time to wake up now.